Hello and welcome to the Great American Stampin Show. I am Brandy Barnard, and on this show you get to watch 4 different videos, 4 different stampers meeting head to head, all using the same exact stamp set to create their very best project. And you get to choose the Great American Stamper. All you have to do is check out the 4 videos, click like or thumbs up on your favorite video, and in 1 week we will crown our next winner. This is round 5, and today our assignment is the Just My Type stamp set from Stampin Up. And I can't wait to get started showing you what we're going to make. Be sure after you watch my video, check out the other 3 contestants videos. The links are in the description of my video, and make sure to like your favorite video. All right, let's get going. The round 5 stamp set is Just My Type by Stampin Up. And this is a set that I have owned for a while, had a lot of fun with. I've made a bunch of cool projects with it. Check out my Instagram, Brandy Stamps, or my Facebook group, Brandy Stamps with Friends, to see some of the fun projects that I've been doing with my stamp club and so forth. We have used this typewriter. This hello image is really strong and beautiful. But one that I had not used a lot is the little rainbow image, and I do think it's darling. I've played a little bit stamping, coloring each of the 4 lines with a marker, or you can stamp it 2 different times and just kind of offset it a little so you get sort of stripes. So I want to play with that a little bit more. Plus there's this amazing greeting that goes so well with it. I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. So that's where I started today. And as I was thinking about sunshine and rainbows, I thought, okay, what other great products do we have to support this? And the first thing I pulled out is this background stamp. It's called Rays of Light, and it's just this giant background stamp. And when I use one of these, I always lay it with the rubber side up, and then I bring my ink pad to it like this. So I'm not trying to hold the stamp, I'm just holding the pad, inking it up all over. And then instead of trying to pick up that stamp and handle it, I'm always just going to bring my piece of cardstock straight down to it. I just used Lemon Lolly ink and Lemon Lolly cardstock. Nothing could be better for sunshine. And the next tip is to lay a piece of copy paper over the top so that you can touch it all over without getting ink on your hands. So I'm just giving just a basic pressure all around on the stamp, on the paper. You can see all that extra ink went on here instead of getting on my fingers. And now I can easily pick up my stamped image and set this aside for cleaning. So I thought this was a great start. Excellent sunshine image. And I'm going to layer it right on a piece of Lemon Lolly cardstock. This one is a card base. This is 5.5 by 8.5, and I have scored it down the middle. I'll just go ahead and give it a nice crease. And then this layer here is just 1/4 inch smaller each direction, so it's 4 by 5.25. I'll just lay down a little of my Seal Plus and stick this right down. So I get a little edge around here, tone on tone. I thought this was a great start. Love, love this sunshine. Now, like I said, I felt really inspired by this greeting. It says, I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. So I was thinking about like cutting a die or what could I stamp this on? I thought about our cloud punch. Here it is, this cloud shaped punch. I love this cloud shape. It is just so cute, but it's not big enough for these words, unfortunately. So I thought, well, I wish I had like a bigger cloud die or something like that. And then I thought maybe I would try something where I use 2 clouds, because when clouds move around in the sky, they float and overlap and go in all different, so it would not look weird to have a couple of clouds here together on the card. And if somehow I could get the words on there, that could work. So here is what I did. I punched out 2 clouds. I flipped them so they're facing each other. I've got the big side on the outside. And I'm going to grab my Azure Afternoon ink pad. Get this all inked up. And I'm going to stamp the left side on the left cloud, just like that. Now we'll ink up again. right side of the image on the right cloud. And there we go. Between the two of these, I have all of the words going on here. So before I put these together, I want to come in with my sponge dauber. This is just a little cutie sponge with a little bit of blue ink on it. This is the exact same color I stamped in, Azure Afternoon. I'm just kind of gently scraping down on the edge. If you have a lot of ink, you would do it lighter. If you have less ink, you can go a little bit darker. And of course, you can dip back into the ink pad anytime. And I'm just going to go all the way around both clouds. Now I'll just take a bit of my trusty Seal Plus and just put some adhesive here just on the inner corner of this cloud. Make sure we don't have any sticky off the edge. And now this is just like a puzzle. I'm just going to hover over here and get it until it's perfectly lined up and push it down. Now I have my two pieces come together as one. And this is a great start to a card. I hope your day is filled with sunshine and rainbows. I've got my sun shining, and obviously there is something missing, and it's the rainbows. So let's check out this image. Here's my little stamp with the 4 lines, and I could never choose which color to stamp this in, and so I'm going to grab a scratch paper, and I'm going to stamp in several different colors. So we'll start with our Azure Afternoon. Ink, stamp on the scrap paper, and then I'll just hop over to my Stampin' Scrub and clean it off. So I'll just get this little corner all wet. I'm going to be doing this 6 different times so that I can get all the colors. I always like to stamp on my scratch paper, make sure I have it clean, and we're ready to go. So there's my basic little rainbow of rainbows, and I'm going to come in now with my paper snips and just chop this right off the page. So let me show you how I do this. We'll just cut really kind of loosely around this rainbow image. I'm leaving about a 1/16 of an inch of white space. It doesn't have to be perfect. And then I'll come in here and just swoop this out. The paper snips work really well for this. And there's one little cut rainbow. Now, if cutting things out is not for you, let's jump forward a little and look at a card where I didn't cut the rainbows out. Isn't this cute? So just do a little 1 1/4 inch strip. The height is 5 1/4, and just stamp the 6, leave a blank space kind of behind here where your cloud will be, and finish them off. Put them in any order, maybe rainbow order if you want. And that's how I finished this one. But let's go ahead and put together our little cutout rainbow card and see how it turns out. I'll just use seal adhesive as long as I can get a little chunk onto there. On each one, that should be good. Something like that. Okay, and then the next one, I'll use a Stampin' Dimensional. Let's overlap this little guy. And then let's put down our clouds. I always like to put dimensionals right on the seam if I have 2 things sticking together. Right about there. Green. Red one down here. The only thing left is a little embellishment, and I was thinking raindrops, so I went with my Glossy Dots assortment, and I'll just add a few of these smallish ones, maybe down here. Maybe one over here somewhere. And a couple up here. And here we go, 2 versions of the same simple card. We got all of the elements in here, sunshine and rainbows. We've used this stamp set maybe in a little bit different way than you might have seen before. And I just love how it turned out. I just had a great time with you guys, filling our day with sunshine and rainbows. I hope you had a good time too. I hope my video is your favorite. If it is, click like or a thumbs up. And be sure to check out the other 3 contestants' videos by looking in the description of my video and clicking on each of them to see what else got made today in round 5 with the Just My Type stamp set. And be sure to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss any upcoming videos. Have a great night.